VOP 90.3 FM. I'm super excited to be with you all this beautiful Saturday morning. How you all doing? I hope you are good, and I hope the weekend is going very well for you. All right. So, as we all know, the Ninja Landlord Show is your number one real estate investment platform that brings you all the trending news updates, as well as the pros and cons of investing in the Nigeria real estate market. On this show, we show you how to make real estate work for you. And I am your host. My name is Amara Omuzurike. And as usual, I am so excited and happy, honored to be right here with you sharing on today's episode. Because why? Today we have a very valuable topic that we're going to talk about today, and I'm always excited to share with you. Oh yeah, so that's it. That's what I have for you today. And as usual, I would like you to, contribute, engage, let me know your thoughts on this section on this episode that we have today. I'm looking forward to hear from you. I'm always very eager. I'm always very excited to hear from you and hear your questions and your contribution. Right. So that's it. So diving right to today's episode. Yeah. Like I said, I have something. I have a topic that I know that is very valuable, and I know that you're gonna gain a lot of insights from. All right. So our topic for today on the Nigeria real estate market is uncovering Nigeria's booming housing markets, opportunities and trends. Right. So yes, that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're uncovering the Nigerians booming housing market, and we're also going to take a look at the opportunities and the trends that are that are emerging right now in the market, in the industry. And as usual, which is very important, we're going to look at how does this benefit you, how you can take advantage of these opportunities, right, to build a profitable real estate investment portfolio, like I always advocate here on the show. All right, so yes, I'm so happy, and I'm going to take a short break. When I come back, I will dive right into the topic, give you a background overview and introduction on the subject. All right, so stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to the Niger Landed Show here on VOP 90.3 FM. And today, if you're just joining us, today we're talking about uncovering Nigerians' booming housing markets, opportunities and trends. Yes, that's what we're talking about. We're looking at the opportunities and trends in the booming markets in Nigeria and how you can take advantage of this. And my name is Amara Onzurike, and I'm so happy to be with you. So yes, I'm going to open the phone lines, and if you want to call, you have a question or you have a contribution to this valuable topic that we're talking about today, I will be very glad to hear from you. So the number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Yes, so diving right into today's topic, uncovering Nigeria's booming market. Right, so Nigeria's real estate market is rapidly expanding beyond its traditional hubs such as Lagos and Abuja, and we are looking at secondary cities that are emerging as attractive investment destinations driven by urban migration, improved infrastructure, and increasing demand for affordable housing. Right, so these new markets are emerging and they are coming out because of the growing demand, the population, the increasing population that we have in the country, and also we look at urban migration, people looking to migrate into cities, into fast developing states that they could be able to maximize their skill set and be able to get better standard of living for themselves and their family. And so all of this is driving some of these emerging real estate markets that you're seeing, aside the regular cities that have been, quite booming in the past, right? So now we see these secondary cities that are emerging and they are becoming attractive investment destination for investors and for stakeholders and players in the industry. And so these new markets present opportunity for investors, developers, and home buyers seeking to capitalize on Nigeria's growing population and urbanization trends. All right, so this is some of the reasons why we see these new markets approach emerging and booming and increasing, right? So the Nigeria housing markets, the Nigeria economy, Nigeria, first of all, is Africa's largest economy, and it's experiencing a surge in demand for housing. And this is because we can see the population, like talked about, and then we are seeing that people are looking at how they can be able to get better quality environment. People are looking for better living spaces, and also they are also looking for affordable housing. They're not just interested in, because of this place is being populated and is highly sought after, and then they're looking to come in there. No, they're also looking for affordable housing, right? The real estate housing market is characterized by a significant demand-supply gap with an estimated 17 million housing units deficit. And this large gap has caused a large demand for housing. And but when we look at the government, the government has been able to bring out some of initiatives that are aimed at bridging this gap and also providing affordable housing. And so the market is witnessing a surge in activity. And we can look at, when we look at the analysis, look at the news reports in the of the real estate market, we see that the real estate housing market is thriving, and as a result, they are bringing out other emerging cities, and those cities are what we're going to explore in today's episode. We're going to look at what are these factors that are driving this city, what are the factors that are driving the growth of this city, and what are the opportunities that are available in these cities, right? And how you can take advantage of them. And also, we're going to look at some of the challenges that these booming markets might present, right? And how you can be able to navigate that as an investor. So these are what we're going to be looking at. And I believe that at the end of this episode, you should be able to make a better informed decision on your real estate investment journey, right? So yeah, so let's dive right into looking at the first city. Number one on my list is Ibadan, Oyo State, right? Ibadan, the largest city in West Africa by landmass, is fast becoming a real estate hotspot, right? The city's lower cost of living and its proximity to Lagos, and also the improving infrastructure, makes it an ideal destination for housing development, right? So Ibadan is it's very close to Lagos, and of course it has a much lower cost of living compared to Lagos, and also it has a growing demand, and we have seen some new development in terms of infrastructure coming into that city, and a lot of people are building profitable businesses, building profitable markets, right, in the city, and they're thriving in their businesses and their services, and so this has made that city attractive, and it's becoming a booming real estate market for investors looking to come into that market. And you look at the trend, we see a lot of real estate investors, a lot of real estate firms and developers and stakeholders going down there to start building smart cities, estates, farmlands, and other infrastructure, other real estate infrastructure right there in the city. And this has made this city, very attractive for the residents and for um, upcoming or incoming investors, because now that poses like it shows that the city is where you can come in to put in your money, and definitely your property or your that investment is going to appreciate rapidly, right? So these are some of the reasons, and so let's look at the some notable developments in the city. We look at the Akobo vicinity, Elebu, and Monia. These are some of the places that we have seen fast rising real estate development coming up in this area. And we see some also fast rising residential hubs, due to the affordable land prices and the growing commercial activities in this area. Right, so this is a very good place if you're an investor and you're looking to go into the market and you're looking, oh, I do not want to invest in some of these major hubs, major cities like Lagos, like Abuja, like Port Harcourt. You can look at going in to invest in these locations, in these emerging locations, because the fact that they're emerging means that there is a lot of potential in this location. Is definitely going to rapidly appreciate, right? It's going to appreciate, and it's going to give you a worthy profit on your investment. All right, and then some of the key drivers that have driven that is driving these booming cities. We look at, especially in Ibadan, in Oyo State, we look at urban renewal initiatives by the Oyo State government that are revitalizing older neighborhoods. And then we see increased investment in gated estates, mid-range apartments, and retail centers. And also we see ongoing infrastructural development such as Ibadan Lagos Railway, and also we see some professional some network between these two cities that is making it more accessible. People can live in Ibadan and work in Lagos. So this is what makes this city very, very attractive, right? And so as an investor, this is an opportunity for you to jump right in and take advantage of the growing investments in this location. All right, so moving on to my second city I have on my list is Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Right, so Uyo, the capital of Akwa Ibom State, has become one of Nigeria's most promising housing markets. Known for its clean environment and high level of urban planning, Uyo is attracting significant investments in residential and commercial real estate. I beg your pardon. All right, so this is another attractive city, an emerging booming city. and it is becoming very attractive for investors. And one of the some of the key drivers of this city, this emerging city, is we see a strong state government focus on infrastructure and urban development. I cannot overemphasize the importance of infrastructure and urban development, right? Because these are the major factors that would that contributes to the rapid development of a city, of a community. Infrastructure, if you have the right basic infrastructure and amenities in place, you have good road network, you have overhead bridges, you have accessible roads, paved roads, and expressways. These are these are very key infrastructures that you would need to make a city, make a community to be fast develop, become a fast developing city or a fast developing community, right? So we cannot overemphasize the importance of development and infrastructure in most of our major cities, because this will help to boost the revenue coming into that city. Okay, so we look at the another factor: growth of tourism and hospitality industry, leading to demand for short-term rental apartments. Right. So Uyo is known for its the terrorism. I beg your pardon, tourism and hospitality. Right. Tourism and hospitality, and it is known for the fast rising um, activities that the government has been putting in place to attract tourists into this area, right? And so because of this, is leading to a high demand for rental apartments and events centers and places for people to come together to host and have events and have festivals in this location, which is bringing in tourists and driving in more revenue in this location. All right, so we look at another factor. We see the oil related economic activities that continue to support migration and development in this area. We see oil companies, we see investors interested in this area because of the potential that it has in the oil related um, industry, right? And so some of the notable developments we that are coming up in this area, we can see this in areas like the Ewet Housing Estate and Shelter Africa Estates. And also, we are seeing other expanding middle income housing estates that are being brought in as affordable housing solution by the government, right? And then we see an increasing interest in luxury apartments and gated communities for upper income earners, right? So people are looking at this place as like where they could have a, um, a luxury home, sort of like a resort center. They go back there to take a holiday, take a vacation, and enjoy the serene, peaceful atmosphere out there, right? So a lot of people look at this as, okay, this is like a form of a recreation center. I can just go out there with my family and take a vacation and have a much needed holiday. And so in turn driven shown in an increasing interest in the luxury real estate market in the state. All right, very good. So I hope you are getting some key points from some of all that I have shared, and you're taking notes and knowing how you can come in as an investor, or how you can come in as someone who is looking to take advantage of the opportunities available in the real estate market in Nigeria. All right, so I got some calls, and I'm sorry I missed those calls. So I'm taking calls from now. If you have any questions, please call in and let's hear your thoughts. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear from you. I'll go on a short break. When I come back, I'll let I'll take more about this valuable topic. Please stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the Nigeria Landlord Show here on VOP 90.3 FM. And if you're just joining us today, we're talking about uncovering Nigerians' booming housing markets, opportunities, and trends. All right, and I said I've talked a lot about this topic already, and I'm going to share more. And of course, I'd like to hear from you. You can also send us a WhatsApp chat to 081 717 338. All right. I have a call. Okay, I missed that. 081 That's the WhatsApp chat. And then our line to call is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. All right. So, yeah, covering Nigeria's booming housing markets, opportunities, and trends. Right. So, I've listed some about 3 of the emerging cities that we have right now that are booming in the country, and the advantages and opportunities that this market provides for you as an investor. All right, I have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Please, what's your name? Could you turn down the volume of your radio set, please?
Okay, my name is Ambrose.
I didn't get that.
My name is Ambrose.
Ambrose, okay. Where are you calling from, Ambrose?
I'm calling from Sule.
All right, Ambrose, welcome to the show. Let's hear your thoughts.
Concerning this real estate investment,
yes, please.
This is my first time calling.
Okay.
These are what I always expect from things to shows like this.
Okay.
And I want you to do more insight for people who are not that very much financially balanced. You understand how they can start, and maybe in subsequent time to get to where their dream is.
Hello. Yeah.
So I'm actually saying that to show more light on how people are not that very financially balanced, how they can start with the estate.
Yeah.
And maybe in time they will get to where they have their dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ambrose, for your question. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So yeah, he's saying that he would like to throw more lights. He would like for us to throw more light on people who are just starting up, and how they can get affordable investments opportunities in the industry, and also be able to build their dream, homes, and get their dream properties. Right. So yeah, we've talked about this in previous episodes. Yeah, and I think it's quite important, especially if you're just coming into the industry, and you're a low income earner, or you're just starting up in your career, or starting up in your business, and you're looking for smart, affordable investment opportunities to take advantage of, and also at the same time build a profitable real estate investment portfolio. And so yes, you should be very, very frugal with your money, and you also make make sure that you do the right research to make sure that wherever you're putting in your money is going to give you a maximum return on your investment. And this topic would help you in making that decision, because we're talking about the booming housing markets, booming housing real estate markets that are coming up in Nigeria, which is not just the regular major cities that most people that is already saturated with the population and investors, and of course the most of the property, most of the real estate in these locations have highly appreciated. I mean, they've gotten to, most of them have gotten to the peak, their peak performance, their peak appreciation rate, right? And so you coming in as an investor right now into this market, there's not so much that you can get from your investment, from the money you put in into this market, because they have actually peaked, right? And so they are going to be at a very I say a benchmark, a cruising point, right? And maybe it will take some more years for this market to finally appreciate again. So because of that, there's a dip in this market. The demand is high in this market and is saturated, and so there's a dip in these locations. And so as an investor, as a smart investor, or as a upcoming growing investor looking at the emerging markets that are booming aside these major cities, is a great advantage for you, because now you're coming in to the market at the time the demand is low, right? So the demand is low, and so you're coming into the market, and because the demand is low, this it shows it has a great potential for this market to greatly appreciate, right? So this booming market, you are not going to be. And another thing, another key factor is that because demand is low, the cost for these properties, for this investment, is very low. It's affordable, right? The demand is low, the population is still growing in these areas, and so the investments, the properties in this area are quite still affordable. And so if you're looking to start small, you can come into this market. I just listed some of these cities. I talked about Ibadan in Oyo State. I talked about Akwa Ibom, and I talked about I think I talked about Ondo, right? So these are some cities that you should look at, and you should come into this market and take advantage of the slow demand in this market. All right. So looking at the third city, okay, I've talked about the first city, Ibadan in Oyo State. I talked about Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, and the third city on my list is Abeokuta, Ogun State. Right. Abeokuta has seen significant real estate growth as a spillover effect from Lagos. Its affordable land prices and improved connectivity make it an attractive location for residential developments, right? So key drivers of this market is the proximity to Lagos, which has spurred a housing demand, especially among commuters and retirees. And then the Ogun State government's investment in infrastructure such as roads and industrial parks has stimulated investors' interest in this location. And then we see rapid urbanization in areas like Obantoko and Adigbe. So we see people migrating into these areas, and we see a rapid urbanization of this location. And so this making it an attractive place, for investors, and making it an attractive real estate booming market. All right. So some other notable developments we see development of affordable estates and multi-family housing units to cater to the middle class demand. And also we see a rise in industrial housing estates to support the growing manufacturing sector, right? Yeah, so we know that Ogun State has a thriving manufacturing industry, and we are also seeing a rise in industrial housing estates to cater to the workers in this growing manufacturing sector. And so this makes this a booming and an attractive real estate market. So as an investor, you can look at going into this market and take advantages of the opportunities available in this market. And then the fourth on my list, we see Enugu State. Enugu is known as the coal city, and it has emerged as a major real estate hub in southeastern Nigeria. The city is experiencing steady growth due to economic diversification and infrastructural improvements. right? So Enugu is a cool city, right? And I mean, as we've seen a rising demand of real estate in that area. The real estate industry in the state is growing rapidly, is thriving, and we're seeing that the government is putting in some infrastructural developments and um, some good roads coming into that into that state. You know, rapid development and urbanization is coming into the state, and so this making it very, very attractive for investors and for people looking, to change environment. People looking to, leave the hustle, bustling cities of Lagos, of Abuja, and moving on to a more quiet, reserved location. Enugu State is becoming that attractive point for people looking for this features. And so, what are the key drivers of this state? We see Enugu's status as a commercial and political center in the southeast that attracts professionals and businesses to this location. Also, we also see investments in modern residential estates targeting middle income families, right? So we've seen modern residential, affordable residential estates which are targeting middle income earners, income families, and these are very beautiful, designed, well designed estates that are attractive for families to build and live with their loved ones, in a serene environment. And so this makes it quite an attractive state. And then we see improved road networks and amenities that support urban growth, right? We're seeing the development of infrastructures that are catering to the influx of migration coming to that state. We see improved road networks. We see other amenities, good hospitals, good facilities, schools being developed, being rapidly developed and increasing in this area, right? So this is what drives the market. And then we see some other notable developments. Areas such as Independence Layout, New GRA, and Tinker's Corner are growing rapidly with new housing projects, right? So fast housing, new projects in some of these old locations, that is becoming more, making these places more attractive. They are fast growing rapidly in these estates. And then we see a rising demand for mixed use developments that integrate residential, retail, and office spaces. So you see that most of these estates, most of these developments have mixed use benefits, right? So you can use it for both residential, both commercial, and both retail and office spaces. And this makes it quite attractive for people looking to come in to have both living spaces and also working spaces. All right, so that's it for Enugu State. And then we see the third, okay, no, this is the fifth on my list. The fifth on my list, Asaba Delta State. Now, Asaba, the capital of Delta State, is increasingly gaining attention as an emerging housing market in the Niger Delta region. Its strategic location along the Niger River and proximity to Onitsha, a major commercial hub, make it an attractive real estate destination. I mean, everybody already knows that Asaba, we have the Asaba film industry thriving. We see the market that is thriving right there because of its proximity to the Onitsha market, and this is making this state to become a very lucrative investment option for investors. And we see also improved infrastructure coming up in this state. And then we see some other key drivers that are also enhancing the real estate market in that region. Some of these key drivers are the proximity, the growth in the oil and gas sector that stimulates economic activities and housing demand. And then we see government investments in urban renewal and infrastructures, including road construction. And like I mentioned earlier, we see the proximity to Onitsha market that attracts business owners seeking affordable housing options. And then some notable developments that we can look out for in this city is the development of low and mid-range housing estates to meet growing demand. And also we see an increasing focus on commercial housing solutions for SMEs and entrepreneurs, right? So we're seeing increased focus on commercial housing solutions. We're seeing shopping malls, we're seeing office spaces, we're seeing commercial hubs springing up in this location, springing up across the state, making it very, very attractive for business owners, for entrepreneurs to come into the state. And this is making this state to become one of the top emerging real estate markets in the country. All right, so the lines are open. I hope you're getting value. Yes, I'm gonna round up very soon. So if you have any question, please call me. I'd like to hear from you. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. All right, I have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. What's your name, please?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me? All right, so I have to let you go because it's obvious you can hear me. Please call back. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. Or you can send us a WhatsApp chat on 081717 56338. 081717 All right, yes, that's what that is the phone lines are open and I'm waiting to hear from you. All right, so continuing on our topic, I've talked about 5 states already, and I believe that these states are very, very key for any investor looking to grow their investments. And then that brings me to the last state that I'm going to talk about, which is Akure on Ondo State, right? So Akure is becoming a vibrant housing market, and it is driven by its emerging status as a regional economic hub in southwest Nigeria. All right, so some of the key drivers of this state is improved road networks that is connecting Akure to neighboring states, enhancing its accessibility. And then we see a growing influx of people seeking affordable housing outside congested cities. And then the government is also bringing in partnerships with private developers to build low cost housing. All of these are the key drivers that is propelling this state to become an emerging real estate market, a booming, thriving real estate market. And so let's look at some notable developments that we have in the city. So notable developments in the city is we see the Oba Ile and the Alagbaka areas that are witnessing rapid residential developments. And so we see development of student housing near higher education institutions like the Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa. So we are seeing the development of student housing in this area, and it is making, real estate properties appreciate rapidly in this area. And also the government is also facilitating other developments that are increasing rapid residential residential demand, commercial residential housing demand in this area. All right, so that is the 6 states that I know are thriving right now in the country, and you as a stakeholder or as an upcoming investor or a player in the industry can take advantage of and go right now into the market right now that it is still upcoming and take advantage of all the opportunities available in these areas, in this location. Right? Yeah, I hope you got a value. So I'll take a short break. When I come back, we'll round up, and if you have any questions, this will be the best time for you to call. So yes, stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to the Niger Landlord Show here on VOP 90.3 FM. And if you're just joining us, we've been talking about uncovering Nigeria's booming housing markets, opportunity, and trends. And yes, I have been able to mention some key states, some key markets that are booming, that are upcoming, and are becoming fast rising locations, real estate markets in the real estate industry, and how you can take advantage of the opportunities available in this market. Right. So, in conclusion, when we see the opportunity, when we look at opportunities in this housing, in these emerging housing markets, we see we talked about some cities which are Ibadan, Oyo, Abeokuta, Akure, Enugu, and Asaba. And these cities that present exciting opportunities for investors and developers. These cities are experiencing significant economic growth, urbanization, and infrastructure improvements, driving demand for residential and commercial properties. So the rising interest in affordable housing, combined with government initiatives and private sector participation, positions these markets as key contributors to Nigeria's real estate sector. By focusing on innovation, financing solutions, and sustainable development, these emerging cities hold the potential to bridge Nigeria's housing deficit and stimulate long-term growth. Right? So, as an investor, as someone who is interested in the real estate market, you should look out for these cities. And these cities also have great potential because of some of the initiatives that the government and also the private sector are bringing into this location. And so you must position yourself to take advantage of these benefits and these opportunities available in this market, right? Yeah. So I hope you got value, and I hope that you would take some of what that you have gotten today and run with it and make sure that you don't sit on the fence when it comes to your real estate investment. You are not waiting to see that to wait and for people who go in there first, take all the benefits at the early stage, and then you're coming in later to take what is left after those who are daring, who are bold, who have done all their research and made all the analysis about the potentials in this market, have done that and gone in to take advantage. And so, like I always advocate, real estate, you need to make bold moves. You don't need to sit on the fence. You don't need to be scared to take the decisions. You must take informed decisions that you have analyzed, that would guide you to making sure that you are making the best investments, you're making the best choice for yourself, for that's your real estate investment portfolio. Okay, so if you have any questions, or you have any topic that you like us to talk about in the future concerning your real estate investment journey, please send me a message. You can send me a WhatsApp chat on my line 08064637377, 08064637377. Or if you have any questions or challenges that you're facing in the real estate market concerning buying a property or increasing your investment portfolio, you should send me, or you can also send me a message or WhatsApp chat only, please. 080, the number once again is 08064637377, 64637377. All right, so I'm waiting to hear from you, and I would like to get all your feedback. For everyone who has reached out, thank you for all your questions and your suggestions on the topics that we can have on the show. Please keep them coming. I'd like to hear more of your suggestions. Until I come your way the same time next week with another valuable, insightful topic for you, I want you to stay blessed. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll be with you this time next week. Till then, my name is Amara Owens-Rike, and I am out.